Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am stealing this 100% from Mike because I thought it was a great idea, and he's got a great point. Mike's always bringing great value to the community, adding ideas, throwing stuff in the mix, and this one I think he nailed it on the head here. But you know, as you're thinking about local groups that you can reach out to, just think about the ones that you already exist in. Think about the ones that, if you got kids, you probably have PTAs, school booster clubs, community groups. Your kids probably are in athletics, right? Like there's so many local groups that are always looking for spaces to meet. And if you're already involved in those, it is super simple just to offer your space for free on a Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. And then use that as an opportunity to one, garner goodwill, and two, get all of those, all of those people's contact information so that you can remarket to them at a later date. Um, and some of this just sometimes you just got to go above and beyond and think about other people's problems. Uh, instead of trying to sell them out the gate. So that said, I threw this PowerPoint real quick just about how we can leverage local relationships to grow your event venue. So shout out Mike. And yeah, so first thing you're going to want to do here is it's all about building trust, right? It's all about getting recognition in the community and working with those local groups. There's so many spaces that need access to spaces for fundraisers, for events, and doing this is going to help you generate strong relationships, which is going to lead to booking. Um, so even even starting with the most broad one, PTAs, that helps connect families, teachers, neighbors, and across the country, there's 3 million members nationwide. So, yeah, it's a huge market. Every single community has one. And, getting embedded in this is going to bring you long-term benefits. Um, when you're thinking about these, you want to think about the decision makers because that is who you're targeting. So most principals delegate this like fundraising decisions to the PTA boards. So yeah, so with your school, you'll probably get emails. You know who kind of sits on those boards and is in charge. They'll send you emails. If not, it's not quite the hardest thing to find. So yeah, target those decision makers and a couple ideas that you could kind of toss out that are common. One is auctions. I like auctions too because this can actually get other businesses involved, which is another core target market that you guys should be going for, right? If you're wanting to target B2B spaces, this is a very easy way to kind of get both of those involved. Um, but the businesses will donate items, experiences, and help drive engagement. And you can actually have a moderate impact on school fundraising, which is going to help you kind of grow your presence in the community. Um, so yeah, if you're going to do fundraisers, definitely limit it only to like 2 a year. Don't go overboard. You don't want to go crazy. People are one in the spring, one in the fall. That's more than enough. And when you're doing this, just make sure you establish clear roles and boundaries, so that way you kind of reduce conflict. So, if, say for instance, you have a rule that uh, you know catering, for example, like in-house catering only, then just establish that out the gate. Whatever that is too, just make sure those are clearly defined on who's doing what, and that's going to help uh, solve a lot of problems before they even happen. So here's your kind of roadmap. The first is just compile a list of those booster clubs, sports teams, other local groups. Research their mission, see their calendars, and look at the past events that they've done. Next, you're going to initiate contact. So reach out to them with the tailored value prop, right? Highlight the flexibility, capacity, and fundraising potential that your space kind of offers, and just be proactive about this. Be like, you in the sample script, I would kind of revise a little bit. I would kind of go around the lines of, um, you know, my subject would be question about blank, right? Question about last year's fundraiser, question about whatever, um, something personalized in the first sentence. Hey, John, uh, I know last year uh, you had the Booster Club fundraising uh, at the school, so yada yada yada. Something personal, some question about something they've done, either achievement or what happened last year or whatever it is, and be like, "Can I ask you a question?" And then you need to lead with your value proposition. So what is it that you're providing these people? Why would they care? And it's got to be something good, right? Be like, um, Mike was even talking about offering his space for free, right? Because again, this is going to get you leads. So if you can give up a Wednesday where you're not going to get bookings anyways, I do it, right? Like offer up a weekday, give some value. Be like, hey, I would love to host it this year. I have an event venue, um, right? Like that's it. Like you lead with value. Um, and then, the rest will kind of go from there. Most people will think it's a no-brainer. Um, and that's what you're kind of hoping to achieve. You want to offer a no-brainer. So, yeah, you're going to host meet and greet. So let them, show the space, preview it, give them a video tour, whatever it is. But you're going to just be building rapport before asking for extra bookings. You can even tailor up your package for like how it could work with the space rental, whether you're doing it for free or whether down the line, if you want to like kind of, you know, draw up some packages that would have all the catering, vendor options, anything like that. And if you are going to charge, definitely do it for a discount because again, the point of this is to get leads. It is to start building an evergreen business, and the best way to do that is to become the local hero. So yep. And then lastly, just make sure you follow up. Get when you have this event, get everyone's contact information, emails, phone numbers, right? Like be and then be the person who stays in contact with everyone so that down the line, if they have events, which they will, people have birthdays every year, right? Like you're going to be top of mind as long as you stay active and stay, you know, in the community and just build those relationships. But this is a great way to build relationships fast. So, yep, like we talked about, you can have tailored packages, you can bundle the catering, vendor options, pricing and incentives for the PTAs and boosters. A huge one here, co-marketing and sponsorship. So if you partner with those local businesses for the donations, you're going to be able to cross-promote social medias and grow your mailing list. Right? Like that's huge. Um, and then support and technology. Yeah, you can just, go above and beyond with event planning, the assistance, parking, checklist, anything like that. Go above and beyond so you can secure the deal and get the business. Um, and then you can actually have impact on the actual outcome of fundraising, right? So I was doing some research and I saw one private school used AI-driven item descriptions and like boosted their auction revenue by like 40%. I think it's on the next slide. Yeah, here it is. So New Life Academy, they had an auction, 135 items, and yeah, increased auction revenue by 38%, just because they drafted up great descriptions, kind of had a good sales pitch around each item, and then they also had personalized outreach to each like to the donors because they had an idea about those donors. They knew what they were interested in, so they knew which items to market to them. It was super interesting. Um, but yeah, all of this, right? You're going to gain a huge amount of word of mouth marketing. You're going to get so many referrals, and ultimately, this is going to increase your bookings. So as we're coming to the fall here, this is an easy win. Um, Not easy. You got some work to do, but it's very achievable. Um, and you're just going to be able to build trust and position yourself as yourself and your venue as a community hub. So key takeaways here is you want to be a local hero. Strong community relationships are going to drive sustainable growth and referrals for your company. Um, but to do this, you need to go above and beyond. You need to understand people's pain points. You need to be proactive, right? You need to get in front of them and offer them something of value. It's not about you, it's about them. So figure out what their pain points are, figure out how you can insert yourself to add value, and then, yeah, offer it, right? Whether that's flexible packages or supporting their fundraising goals. All of this is going to allow you to host networking events and then open houses, just build trust, maintain relationships, follow up, and continue to grow. So really your call to action here is start putting together a local, a list of local groups, clubs, sports teams, PTAs, whatever it is. And then start tailoring some proposals to showcase your venue and get in front of these places. So just to recap, you got booster clubs are controlling, like they control fundraising. Most people, like most principals, rely on them. So if you're looking for the decision maker, go to the head of the booster club. There's a huge market there. I mean, yeah, huge. Most everyone on that watches this, you guys probably know how to get in front of those clubs, right? And so, uh, yeah, you just want to provide value. Find the decision maker, find their pain points, provide value, grow your network, and position yourself as a local authority. Your action plan here: map out those local groups, uh, come up with your tailored proposal, and then reach out with them. Once you've reached out, once you like initiated the contact, find a time for them to showcase your venue. When they come, that's when you can sell them on the package, right? So you can have a package, you can come up with your game plan when they tour the venue. That's where you sell them, and then from there, you host the event, follow up, you gather feedback, and you just maintain long-term relationships, which is going to help you not only for this year but every year to come. So I hope this is helpful. Shout out Mike once again. Um, and yeah, drop any questions, comments down below. Would love to hear y'all's thoughts.